to watch Logan on the motorcycle. Logan was on the motorcycle and accidentally pressed the emergency release brake, but it was an accident. After he rolled over Chris, he ran into the house to play with his toys, and that's when everyone arrived.
It was Logan. Emergency brake, he hit the release on it, which ran over Chris's legs while she was down and died from impact to the ground with her head and then the run over from her legs. So she bled to death and she got ran over, so it just made everything worse. And Logan had no motive, so.
I think it was Steven because Papa gave him the truck and Steven didn't, and he's only 15 and he doesn't even know how to drive a truck yet. Like, she was having a party the next day, so she was trying to get a table out and she needed help and somebody was gonna help her, but then when she pulled the table out, she fell over because it was too heavy and it pushed her over. And then Steven, he was in reverse and he didn't see Nana there and he rolled over Nana's legs.
Okay. Okay. I said it was Logan with Papa's trike and it was an accident. While the older cousins were playing football, Logan wandered off into the garage, climbed on Papa's bike, and kicked it out of gear. It rolled back and onto Chris in the driveway, and then Logan went to go hide, and that's why he wasn't there in the driveway when Tony ran off everybody that was there, and Chris was there on the ground. I showed up, grabbed Logan, and took off in a rush. And that's why I sped off from the scene, because I didn't want to be there. That's why I took off.
Who did it?
Who did it, Logie?
Grandma.
I think it was Steven because he just got the truck and Papa was getting ice cream for everybody and Chris was outside watching the kids play football and watering her plants and I pulled up and I saw Chris and when I saw her she got in the way and I pressed on the gas. I pressed on the gas in panic instead of the brake and accidentally ran over her and she hit her head whenever she landed on the ground.
What? Okay, I think it was Steven because he was mad at Chris because she told Daddy not to give Steven the truck. He told Daddy to buy the ice cream so it wouldn't look suspicious. Steven hit Chris in the head with the door security bar and drug her body outside and put it under the truck so Daddy wouldn't see her body and Daddy would run over her when they went to get the ice cream.
I say it was Ramon because Ramon, with the recipe thing, he wanted the money. So he ended up seeing Chris and she got mad. Next thing you know, Chris runs out, he runs over her, didn't kill her. So what he did, he took a hammer out the trunk and beat her in the head.
A Tilly bird killed Chris because his mama's recipe was given away. Oh God. He killed her with a bat and ran over her with a Mickey Mouse car.
Kristen did it. I'm sorry.
She wasn't here.
Because she didn't want for you to give her share of the estate away. She wanted it all. So she came to Victoria and she thought nobody was home. So she used her key and went in the house and she found you taking a nap. So she killed you, drug you outside, put you behind Glenn's pickup. So when the kids went to the store with him to get nuts and stuff for the, what do you call it, the Sunday, thank you. That he, like the other said, he wouldn't see you. So anyhow, that's how he ran over you, and then she just went on back to Houston.
He's been drinking.
I thought it was Glenn because he was very upset with the changes in the will. I also didn't like the fact that Chris had been drinking heavily, wasting away. He did it while Chris was outside watering the plants with a hammer.
She didn't want her recipe made public, so she had driven in the driveway and she picked up Billy's skateboard and hit Chris over the head with it. And in her haste to get away from the crime scene, she backed over.
Actually,
Glenn resented being left out of the will so much, and we all know how he is concerning money, that he got so furious that he decided to make Stephen the pawn. He gave Stephen the truck, knowing Stephen couldn't drive.
I can drive.
Stephen started to back up, hit Chris, who can't get out of the way because she doesn't move very fast. Knocked her over into the street. Then he got all shook up and backed up to get out of the way, ran over her legs again, thus killing. But Stephen was an innocent pawn in Glenn's nefarious
I give you a 100.
Don't point that finger at me.
You killed her? Okay. This is the person that committed the murder.
Okay.
This is from the Victoria Advocate. Ruby Strady has been convicted of murdering Chris Stuck. When asked why she did it, she said because after hearing that Glenn was not going to get anything, not even the house, despite all the work that Glenn has put into it, was not fair to her baby boy.
Like she cares about him.
She does.
Glenn had been confiding in her all week that he was upset. When Ruby heard the fight that morning, she knew Chris would not change her mind. She decided to take matters into her own hands. She knew that the will was going to go into effect beginning January 2014, and she took advantage of the opportunity when she was called by Stephen Yruegas to come over and cook his favorite meal, which is why he got the trust. She has admitted to using a frying pan as the murder weapon from the goulash. The tire marks across Chris's legs exactly match Ruby's tires from her walker. Take it back. I think it was Ruby with the walker.